can't do arable farming, so I chop down trees during the winter, and I think I massacred about 1,500 trees through that playthrough, and all of my videos are available on the other place, YouTube. Under my YouTube name is Osa as well, and I think if you go on YouTube, look for Farming Simulator and Osa, you'll find videos dating back to ages. Farming Simulator 17 Law Folds would be the playlist, and that has an absolute ton of logging between all of the arable stuff. So, and I've played with a mod called Seasons back in 17 and 19, which emulates the way I'm playing now. If you look at the top right of the screen, you can see we're currently in year 3, and it's the second day of May. Technically, since I'm playing 4-day seasons, that would make it the second week of May if I was talking real life. So, is that me? I'm going to save because I'm hearing noises which may not be healthy. Okay. This is going to be difficult to see where I've been. Okay, we're going to have a bit of fun here. I think rolling this field, I'm going to go across the field rather than the direction I'm going at the moment, and that should make it easier for me to see the difference between the seeding line and the rolling line. See, the lines go this way. Where do I collect the things I bought? I think my PC's overheating. That could be a problem. So if I drop out all of a sudden, I'm sorry, but I may have a temperature issue on my PC. Anyway, where do I collect the things I bought? Oh, at the store. Now, if you've bought a vehicle with a motor in, if you press the tab key, it will tab between each of your vehicles. So at least you can find all your vehicles. Otherwise, you need to find the store. The store is, if we go to the map again, look for the shopping icon. And this is where all the things you buy appear. And the main piece of advice I would give you is do not borrow money to buy equipment unless that equipment is immediately going to turn a profit. So, for example, I do not have a harvester. I do not own a regular harvester, crop harvester. If I bought some fields with crop in, I either need to lease that harvester or buy it in order to make use of it. Now, I can buy a harvester. I don't have enough money. I've got £44,000, so I can't afford to buy a harvester. But since I need one to harvest crop that I need right now, or I need to do right now, it makes sense to, I can borrow the money, because as soon as I sell that crop, I'm going to get the money back. But if you borrow money to buy equipment that isn't going to immediately turn around and make you income, you've got a loan to pay, and it's going to cost you money. If you take out too big of a loan, you're going to end up broke and not be able to do anything at all. So that's a thing to watch. The other thing you can do is you could use a loan to buy land that you are immediately going to harvest, because you can sell land at the same price you buy it for. You cannot sell equipment for the same price you buy it for. So, you go and buy a £100,000 tractor, you can sell it for 90 at best. So you just lost 10,000. So don't be wasting loans buying equipment you don't absolutely need right this minute. I think I'm doing okay with this. The tractor is struggling, so we are borderline power deficient here. 69% complete, not too bad. So, how could I sell a tractor? You have two of the same tractor and you don't need one. Drive the tractor to the store. So look on the map, find the store. We're fairly close to the store. I think I'm going to head down to the store after I finish this. But there is a sell point at the store. If you don't sell vehicles at the store, you will lose money. So let me, we'll do a demonstration of that in a minute when I finish this job, which shouldn't take us too much longer if I... oh, we're 82% complete, and if I stop rolling the bits I've already rolled, it would go faster. I'm only using 80% of the roller here because 20% is on the bit I've already done. Not to worry. Okay, so I could do an example right now, I suppose. If I go here, this little beehive thing, it's a garage, that's my own equipment. If I go here, it tells me I can sell this for 19,700. Bad idea, and we'll prove it in a second. As soon as we finish this contract, I'm going to drive this over to the store. Oh, come on, tractor, you can go faster than that. Hopefully, this will put us on the last track. Or not. Oh, come on, tractor, you can do this. You've got the power. Alright, then we can go down here. And we are done. Fold that up. Okay, let's head over to the store. John Deere 4755 or 7810. Let's have a look. We need to go back here. 7810 and the 4755. Okay, this is 175 horsepower, this is 190, so it's got a better pull. 8.3 tons, 7 it's a little heavier as well. Then it comes to the options. Ignore that, and that, because you don't get those. This is a basic tractor. The 4755 will do tractoring. It cannot support a front loader. It has a number of wheel options. But that's really all it can do. But it's a good heavy tractor. Yeah, it's a good strong tractor. This one is a little bit more modern. You can put a front loader on it. You can put a how or a quickie. Well, that's it. Ignore that and that. It also has different tyre options. It has narrow tyres, which if you're an agricultural guy, if you've got crop destruction on, you want narrow tyres on your tractor so you don't destroy the tyres. So this is a more versatile tractor. It also has a power attach on the front and a power attach on the back, whereas this 4700 has a connection on the front. It does not have a power feed, so theoretically you can't run a front mower on this because there's no way to turn it. This has power feed on the back. That spindle there rotates and runs equipment. So it depends what you need to do. If you need the front loader, the 4755 is the tractor you want. If you don't need a front loader and all you need is to haul equipment round a field, the 7810 is the better tractor in that instance. But which is the better tractor is a difficult question to answer unless you know what job are you trying to do with the tractor. So this tractor for me, it's only got about 190 horsepower, but it's the best tractor I've got for hauling small equipment like this roller because it doesn't cost much to repair it. Whereas the bigger the tractor, the more expensive. So you can put a loader on the 4755. And if it doesn't have an attacher now, you can just add one and then buy some arms. So I'm going to take this down to the store because we're right here. Right, down here at the store. We run over people. There's usually a little box like this with a wrench next to it. If I go to that wrench and click on that, this tractor is worth $21,695. Remember from this menu, if I went to my tractors, this one here, $19,722. So just by driving down to the store, wrong, let's press that button. Just by driving down to the store, this tractor's worth $2,000 more. So it's worth bringing it to the store to sell. I can repair it for £179. That will add the value £179. It won't make any difference to how much I make. So if I fix the tractor, £179, we're going to end up at 864, maybe 874, 892. Okay, so bad math. I can repair. No, I can't repair that. Why can't I repair that? That's interesting. And then the roller is similar. Don't repaint your vehicles. That's another good rule, unless you're going to sell them. Now, if I go back to that, it's going to cost me $10,000 to repaint this vehicle. Its paint condition is horrible. That'll restore it up to full, and it will actually add about £1,000 extra to the value of the tractor. So instead of being, let's call it 32,600-ish, it will probably end up at 34,000. So it is worth repainting a tractor just before you sell it. But otherwise, and we could demonstrate that here, 659, 879, let's repaint the weight, 901. So 889, it's worth 30 pounds more repainted. It's a little bit of a bonus, but you have to have the money to afford to respray a vehicle. So don't respray it when you're keeping it, because if I use this tractor a lot, we're going to end up with it needing another respray, and it doesn't give you any benefit. Respraying just adds to the value of the tractor when you want to sell it. Other than that, personally, I like tatty looking equipment. You look at this roller, it's not pristine. Look, you can see where the paint's worn off and the metal showing through. This tractor, look, somebody's been walking up and down the steps. It gives the vehicle a sort of a lived-in feel. So I don't respray my vehicles unless I'm selling them, because it's worth about 5% more on the sale. But yeah, the suggestion would be you take the 7810 to the store and sell it if you only want one of the two tractors, and then you take the 4755 to the store, take it to the same box, and then use the customize button to put a front loader. And that's assuming, like I said, it hasn't got those attachers already on the frame. So this thing here is where the front loader attacher attaches. Make sure you've got one. If you already have one, you don't have to enable it on the tractor. Effectively what you're paying for is a control somewhere inside which works the front loader and the actual attach that the arms fit to. Okay, am I lost? No. It's generally also a good idea to check this little percentage thing has stuff for sale. Base game, you will have 4 things. So look, I've got a front loader. I could buy that if I had a tractor I could fit it on. But I could go and look at my tractors and take it to the store and add a Hauer attacher, and then I can buy that loader arm. I get a lot of my equipment is used. I have a mod that I've said can have lots and lots and lots of stuff for sale, and they typically go for 40% to 50% off, which if you're buying a harvester can be a big thing. I think we're doing okay. How are we doing, Cactus Gaming? Are you learning stuff? Just ask questions and we'll keep the education going for now. I will have to leave if my PC explodes due to high temperatures, or if Mrs. Osa wakes up, then I will be leaving at that point. I don't know why my PC's overheating, but that may be a indication that putting off buying a new one is not a thing I want to consider anymore. Oh, rolling. Ah, you know what? Forgot about that. I just planted all these fields. Why don't I roll them? Okay, this time I am going to do it by course play. We'll do centre first, round edges. Kind of want square edges, sharp edges. Generate field course. Back. We start here, and we do start here. Yes, once you planted things, you can roll them. And I forgot, I planted this field last month, and I haven't rolled it yet. So, hey, it's another job people can do. So I'm going to leave my little worker to roll these fields. And last time I planted anything, I didn't have a roller. This roller is a used roller. It came up in the store sale, so I figured, hey, I'll buy that because it's a good thing to have. So I'm going to need the 870, I think. Again, let's go back to my stuff. We need to weed a thing, and that is 250 horsepower. And medium tractors, the 870 is 290. Okay, we are going to have to use the 870. And did I get paid for that last rolling contract? I forget. Nope. Let's get paid. And field 40 is the last field. Field 40 is... No. I think it's somewhere in the middle. Nope. It's right on the other side of the world. Somewhere. Where is field 4? Am I going crazy? There's 40. So we're going to take the southern route straight across the road. Okay. Why am I looking out the back window? It's not the best place to be looking. Now I want to look out the back window. Yeah, that is also a possibility. But having looked at games that have come out recently, things like Starfield, City Skylines, my PC is woefully inadequate. This is my Farm Sim 17 PC. Excuse me. What seems to be... yes, that would be a problem. Shall we reconnect the weight? Don't know how that happened. But yeah, this is the PC I bought because Lawfolds was very choppy initially, and so I think the processor is an 8th generation Intel. But the graphics card is an old GTX 1000 series. Memory's okay. I think I've got DDR4 16 megabytes. So for what it was at the time, it was a very well apportioned PC. But really today, the brand new games that are coming out need something quite substantially bigger or more powerful. And I'm kind of concerned that Farm Sim 25 might have some seriously high specs which my PC just isn't ready for. Where is the turn? Just up ahead. So I am looking at buying a new PC this year, but I'm not in any hurry. I've sort of spec'd up what I would consider. I mean, it would be a 13th or 14th generation processor, DDR5 RAM, and a low-end RTX 4000 series. It's enough to run games that are coming out today and should give me a fairly good life. Plus, with things like if I get a 13th generation processor, the motherboard will support 14th. With a low-end graphics card, it's cheaper. It's capable of running what I need to now, and I can always look at something a little bit more significant. The problem I've got with the PC at the moment is I could stretch to a RTX 2000 series graphics. I don't think I can upgrade the processor. It's as good as it gets with an 8th generation. So I would have to place the motherboard and everything else, and that gets painful. Because I have to take the PC offline to be able to do it. Alright, here we are. Let's get this unfolded. Please, unfolded. But yeah, it does look like I could do with a little bit of a sweep through the inside of this PC, just to clear off the vents. That is rather a convenient width. And here we go, ripping up weeds. I think weed contracts is also a mod that I'm running that isn't generally a thing. And I've also got liming contracts mod added as well. So lots of little nifty mods. There is a forage mod but I understand that can be quite complicated. So I haven't enabled that. Let's go. Okay, the roll is going to take 10 minutes 15 seconds, and this is going to take as long as it takes. Now, this tractor was a surprise purchase. You know, I wasn't planning on getting this particular tractor, but it came up on the store sale, and it's like, I need a tractor that has a high-end 200 horsepower for when the 900 is doing work. And this one also works out as cheaper to maintain, so I don't worry too much using this tractor, because the cost to fix it is significantly lower than the 900. Actually sounds like the PC's calmed down a bit. It's probably because someone was cooking in the kitchen. Actually, I had a similar experience on my old BMW K Series motorcycle. Lovely, nice bike. It whistled when you drove. You know, it sort of, the engine whistled when it was operating normally. Well, I took it into London one summer, really hot temperatures, and sat on the back of it and stuck in traffic in London, which, you know, it happens even for motorcycles. And all of a sudden there was this noise, and I thought, what's that? And I was looking around, I couldn't figure it out. I turned the engine off, I turned the ignition off, and it stopped. And I turned it back on again, and it kicked in again. Well, it turns out the K Series actually has liquid cooling, which, if you're going down a highway at 80 miles an hour, it doesn't use. It's perfectly happy running coolant through the radiator, which is in front of the engine, and the passage of air will just cool the engine down, and that is perfectly sufficient for most situations. When you're stuck in traffic doing 0 miles an hour with zero airflow because you're in London and none of the streets are straight, so it's like there is no wind in London a lot of the time. You're getting up to 100 degrees and the engine's running, and it's just, I can't cope with that. And so it kicks in the pump on the liquid cool, and, you know, forces coolant through the radiator at a higher rate than normal. But yeah, it's just sort of, why is my bike making this weird noise? It's never done that before. Yeah. So I learned something new about it then. But it was, yeah, it was about five minutes I was sitting there thinking, what the heck's going on? Why is my bike making this weird noise? Do I need to take it into a dealer? There's no warning lights come on, so I don't know what's happening, but it's either that or the orange of the Renault was a little bit stressful.